Namaskar, Yokoso. Welcome to the India-Japan Business Plenary in the august presence of His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe, and the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. Gujarat takes pride and feels honored to welcome this business meet in the serene ambience of Mahatma Mandir, Gandhinagar. To begin the proceedings, we invite the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Shri Vijay Rupani, for his welcome remarks.
नमस्कार, कोनिचिवा। भारत जापान शिखर सम्मेलन में भाग लेने के लिए पधारे हुए जापान के प्रधानमंत्री माननीय श्री शिंजो अबे जी का मैं महात्मा गांधी की इस धरती पर हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। भारत के लोकप्रिय प्रधानमंत्री आदरणीय नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी का भी मैं गुजरात प्रदेश में 6.5 करोड़ गुजराती की ओर से हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। इस अवसर पर पधारे जापान के डिप्टी चीफ कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी श्री यासुतोशी निशिमुरा और वाइस मिनिस्टर मेटी श्री ताडोको याना से भारत में जापान के राजदूत श्री केंजी हिरामात्सु, जापान से पधारे डेलीगेशन एवं भारत सरकार के सभी अधिकारी और महात्मा मंदिर में इस विशाल कक्ष में उपस्थित सभी अतिथियों, भाइयों और बहनों का मैं हार्दिक स्वागत करता हूं। गुजरात विदेशी पूंजी निवेश आकर्षित करने वाला भारत के टॉप 3 राज्यों में से एक है। देश की जीडीपी में गुजरात का योगदान 8% है, जबकि देश के कुल औद्योगिक उत्पादन में गुजरात का हिस्सा 18% और निकास में 20% से ज्यादा है। रिजर्व बैंक की हाल ही में प्रकाशित हुई एक रिपोर्ट के अनुसार 2016-17 में प्राइवेट कॉरपोरेट इन्वेस्टमेंट में गुजरात का हिस्सा समग्र भारत में सबसे ज्यादा अर्थात 22.7% का गुजरात का रहा है। गिफ्ट सिटी, सेज, पीसीपीआर और 1600 किलोमीटर के समुद्र तट के साथ गुजरात मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब के साथ ही ऑटो हब भी बन रहा है। गुजरात और जापान के बीच बरसों से मित्रता का संबंध रहा है। हमारे प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने 2003 में जब वाइब्रेंट गुजरात सम्मेलन शुरू किया, तब से जापान लगातार गुजरात का वाइब्रेंट गुजरात में पार्टनर कंट्री रहा है। शुरुआत में 5 कंपनियों से गुजरात और जापान का संबंध शुरू हुआ था। आज 80 से अधिक जापानीज कंपनियों ने $1.25 करोड़ से भी अधिक निवेश गुजरात में किया है। इस निवेश 2020 तक बढ़कर $3 बिलियन तक पहुंचने का उम्मीद है। सुजुकी मोटर्स ने भी $937 मिलियन का निवेश करने के लिए तैयार है। इस प्रकार गुजरात की विकास यात्रा में जापानी कंपनियों का बड़ा योगदान रहा है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई के मेक इन इंडिया कार्यक्रम के तहत सुजुकी मोटर्स, होंडा मोटरसाइकिल एंड स्कूटर्स, मित्सुबिशी, हिताची, पैनासोनिक और टोयोटा जैसे बड़े निवेशकों ने गुजरात को अपना कार्यक्षेत्र बनाया है। यह कहते हुए मुझे आनंद है कि होंडा का विश्व में सबसे ज्यादा स्कूटर उत्पादन करने वाला प्लांट अब गुजरात में कार्यरत है। आपको जानकर आनंद होगा कि इस कड़ी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए गुजरात के खरोज में 1750 एकड़ में आकार ले रहे इंडस्ट्रियल टाउनशिप में 1 लाख से भी अधिक लोग रोजगार मिलेगा। ये टाउनशिप एक बड़े ऑटोमेटिव और इंजीनियरिंग हब के रूप में जापान के सहयोग के साथ आकार लेगा। आज गुजरात में 15 नए जापानीज कंपनी के साथ एमओयू होने वाला है और हमारे संबंधों की नई ऊंचाई अब आगे बढ़ेगी। भाई और बहनों, जापान के लोग अपनी मेहनत, लगन, उद्यमशीलता, प्रामाणिकता, क्वालिटी एवं इनोवेशन के साथ विश्वविख्यात है। जापानीज कंपनियों के आने से लाखों की संख्या में परोक्ष रोजगार के अवसर भी गुजरात को प्राप्त होगा और एंसेलरी उद्योग भी उसके साथ आ रहा है। गुजरात में 20 लाख से अधिक एमएसएमई यानी कि स्मॉल स्केल इंडस्ट्रीज भी यहाँ 1 करोड़ से ज्यादा लोगों को रोजगार दे रही है। गुजरात को इस कार्यक्रम के आयोजन में मेजबानी का अवसर देने के लिए मैं जापान के माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री शिंजो आबे और हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी का विशेष रूप से गुजरात की जनता की ओर से आभार प्रकट करता हूं। मुझे विश्वास है कि गुजरात और जापान की ये साझेदारी आने वाले एशिया खंड में भारत और जापान को समृद्ध रिश्तों के ऐतिहासिक ऊंचाई पर ले जाएगी। आप सबका स्वागत करते हुए मैं अपनी वाणी का विराम देता हूं। जय जय गरवी गुजरात, भारत माता की जय।
Thank you, sir. We now invite the co-chair India-Japan Business Leaders Forum, India, Confederation of Indian Industries, CII, and Chairman and Managing Director, Bharat Forge, Mr. Baba Kalyani, to briefly share the key recommendations of the forum.
Your Excellency, Prime Minister of Japan, Abe-san, Honorable Prime Minister of India, Sri Modi-ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Gujarat, distinguished guests. I am glad to inform you that we had a very meaningful meeting of the 10th India-Japan Business Leaders Forum earlier this morning. The forum, including CEOs from both sides, acknowledged the groundbreaking ceremony of the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project as a momentous occasion heralding a new era in Indian transportation sector. The visionary project is also expected to provide a major fillip to your Make in India initiative. The forum members from both sides particularly acknowledged the favorable structural reforms initiated by your government, like implementation of the Goods and Services Tax, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Act, expansion in use of the Universal ID system Aadhaar, increasing use of ICT technologies to digitalize transactions. These reforms will not only bring in efficiency into the system, but also strengthen India's standing as the most favorable destination for foreign direct investments. I would like to take this opportunity to also bring to your attention a few suggestions made by the forum members. First, on bilateral trade. There is a pressing need to arrest the declining bilateral trade between both the nations. Renewed thrust on infrastructure development in India, including the project like the Shinkansen, would help enhance the two-way trade. Two, opportunities arising out of structural reforms in India. We discussed that the structural reforms introduced in India, like the Insolvency and the Bankruptcy Act, and allowing FDI up to 100% in asset management, provides a big opportunity for strategic aggregators and financial investors and large companies to acquire good quality brownfield assets and not merely greenfield investments. This will be a big trade multiplier between India and Japan. Third, access to Japanese markets for Indian companies. Access to Japanese market for companies from India, Indian IT manufacturing, pharma, auto components, and the fisheries sector. We urge the Japanese SMEs to consider partnerships with companies and investments in India to become competitive to achieve global scale. On skills and education, in addition to the JIIMs being set up, the forum suggested that we should leverage Japanese expertise in ICT and digital technologies to promote e-learning and e-skilling solutions. The forum congratulates the Japanese government for agreeing to start Japanese language programs in 100 institutions in the next 5 years. On ICT and digital technology, use of Society 5.0 concept of Japan to augment the Digital India initiative with special emphasis on resolving societal issues and creating smart societies. On startups, Indian startups having developed niche capabilities are actively looking for strategic and financing support from large and medium Japanese companies. To sum up the collective thinking on both sides of the forum, let me quote a thought that was echoed in the meeting. The size of India and Japan relationship can grow as per our aspirations rather than opportunity, which will be multifold higher than what we are looking at today. Japanese companies and products are currently addressing the needs of roughly 200 million Indians. There are roughly 1.1 billion Indians left to be addressed. This is a very strong force for increased collaboration between India and Japan. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Kalyani. We now invite Dr. Sadayuki Sakakibara, who is the co-chair of India-Japan Business Leaders Forum, Japan, Chairman Kedan Ren, and Senior Advisor, Toray Industries, to summarize the recommendations of the forum.
Narendra Modi 首相閣下、安倍晋三内閣総理大臣閣下、経団連会長の榊原でございます。日本側を代表して一言ご挨拶を申し上げたいと思います。日本とインドは本年国交樹立65周年を迎えるなど、長きにわたる友好関係を築いてまいりました。近年では両首脳による相互訪問を通じて政治、外交、経済、文化など幅広い分野で緊密で互恵的な関係を築いてまいりました。とりわけ、モディ首相ご就任以来、インドにおける日本企業の活動は極めて活発になっております。インドで事業活動を行う日系企業の拠点の数、この3年間で2倍以上に拡大し、今現在4500カ所になっております。日本からインドへの直接投資も急速に拡大いたしております。これはモディ首相の経済改革イニシアチブやこの7月に導入されました物品サービス税 GST の導入をはじめビジネス環境の整備に向けたモディ首相の強いコミットメントによるものでございまして、心より敬意を表する次第でございます。このような環境のもと、今後とも日印間の貿易、投資等の経済交流には、極めて大きな拡大、発展のポテンシャルがあると考えております。その実現に向けて、私ども日印の経済界を代表するメンバーが本日当地で会合いたしまして、第10回目となる日印ビジネスリーダーズフォーラムを開催いたしました。両国政府への提言を共同報告書として取りまとめました。本日ここにババカリアニインド側共同議長とともに両首脳にお渡しさせていただきたいと思います。日印経済界は今後とも両国の特別戦略的グローバルパートナーシップの強化に向けて経済界の立場から最大限貢献をしてまいりたいと考えておりますので、両首脳の引き続きのご支援、ご協力をお願い申し上げたいと思います。ありがとうございました。
Thank you, Dr. Sakakibara. We now request His Excellency the Prime Minister, Mr. Shinzo Abe, and Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to accept these reports. Thank you, Your Excellency Mr. Abe and Prime Minister Mr. Modi. This plenary today will now witness the closing ceremony of the JETRO Economic Seminar in the presence of Prime Ministers of both the countries. We now invite Chairman JETRO, Hiroyuki Ishige, for his brief remarks and further proceedings.
Your Excellencies, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hiroyuki Ishige, Chairman and CEO of JETRO. Today, we organized the Japan-India Economic Forum on the occasion of the India-Japan Summit meeting. The forum was joined by around 500 business delegates from both countries. Experts from each area shared valuable insights, and I feel the seminar was a highly fruitful one. With that, I would now like to introduce the three memorandums signed between parties of India and Japan, which aim at accelerating mutual trade and investment between our two countries. First of all, the Japan-India Investment Promotion Roadmap was signed between Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry and India's Ministry of Commerce and Industry. I would like to ask Japan's Vice Minister for International Affairs, Mr. Tadao Yanase, and India's Secretary of Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion, Mr. Ramesh Abhishek, to exchange the roadmap. Let's give a round of applause. With that, Mr. Yanase and Mr. Abhishek, please take your seats. Thank you. Second of all, a memorandum of cooperation was signed between Japan's Ministry of Economy, Trade and Industry and the government of Gujarat with regard to the Make in India special program. I would like to ask Mr. Yanase again and Dr. J.N. Singh, Chief Secretary of the Government of Gujarat, to extend the MOC. Third of all, MOUs were signed between the government of Gujarat and Japanese companies aspiring to invest in Gujarat. I'm happy to inform you that on this occasion, 15 Japanese companies have declared their intention to invest in the state. All the company representatives, please come up to the stage. Let me introduce then ASTI Corporation, JTECT Corporation, Meido Company Limited, Moresco Corporation, Murakami Corporation, Sanden Holdings Corporation, Sanko Gosei Ltd, Sojitsu Corporation, Topre Corporation, Toyota Gosei Company Limited, and Unicharm Corporation. JET will ensure the smooth entry of these companies into Gujarat by expanding and upgrading the functions of our Ahmedabad office. We are ready to start extra services within this year. That concludes my announcement on our future cooperation between India and Japan. Prime Minister Modi and Prime Minister Abe, again, I would like to sincerely thank both of you for gracing this occasion with your presence. I also would like to thank all our guests present today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Ishige. This business meet is also an opportunity for the launching of some mega projects. It is now time for the launching of Varanasi Convention Center with an audiovisual presentation on its design.
Two great nations with amazing cultural similarities, which further continue in the heritage cities of Kyoto and Varanasi. the two great nations agreed to build a convention center in Varanasi by grant aid from Japan to create a platform for cultural and social interaction. The design philosophy and building form evolves around creating people-friendly spaces to nurture the spirit of sharing and caring, which has been a long-standing tradition of Varanasi. Multi-purpose grand entrance lobby connects dedicated meeting and conference rooms, which can be used as art gallery space for showcasing as well as nurturing the city's talent. Multi-purpose pre-function areas enable and facilitate better organization and interaction among the guests. The convention center will host the contemporary needs like conferences and summits and serve the city's long ongoing traditions of Indian classical music, dance and theatrical performances. An international standard and acoustically well-designed auditorium with a capacity of 1,200 seats with well-equipped stage to facilitate multiple-act theatrical performances as well. At the same time, to ensure a technically sound building, the design incorporates high standards of sustainability, safety, and universal design. Varanasi Convention Center, a new landmark to celebrate heritage, culture, and friendship.
Today is also an opportunity for the launching of 4 Japan-India Institutes of Manufacturing, known as JIMs, of Suzuki, Yamaha, Daikin, and Toyota, and also the launching of Japan Endowed Courses, known as JEC, by Prime Maiden Limited. We bring to you a film for the formal launching of the JIMs and JEC.
In November 2016, the Japan-India Manufacturing Skill Transfer Promotion Program was initiated in order to further strengthen the collaboration between Japan and India. This program aims to train 30,000 young Indian people with Japanese working methods in 10 years through Japan-India Institute for Manufacturing, or JIM, and Japanese Endowed Courses, or JEC. The first 4 JIMs and 1 JEC have just been started. The students are expected to contribute to Make in India and Skill India. Maruti Suzuki has set up a JIM at Ganpat Vidyanagar, Mehsana in August with dual certification system. As the largest of the JIMs, about 400 students have joined JIM in 8 trades, mainly related to automobiles, and will get NCVT as well as JIM certificates. The students will learn skills in state-of-the-art modern workshops and will become shop floor leaders in future. Toyota Technical Training Institute, TTTI, Bangalore, celebrated a decade of training to young talent from rural areas and made a new step forward as JIM in August 2017. TTTI is a dedicated 3-year residential program that focuses on the holistic development of knowledge, skill, body and attitude related to automobile. At the plant of Daikin Air Conditioning in Neemrana, Rajasthan, a JIM was opened in August. Daikin started with the all-female batch to promote gender diversity in the manufacturing industry. They are learning air conditioner assembly and air conditioning in the course, including on-the-job training at the Daikin plant. India Yamaha Motors opened a JIM in July. This center offers a diploma course in which 44 students learn two-wheeler manufacturing process through Learn and Earn scheme. Prime Maiden has opened the first Japanese endowed courses at NBKR Institute of Science and Technology. The course consists of technical lectures, including Japanese way of manufacturing. In addition, Tata Hitachi Construction Machinery and Toyota Tsusho will open new JIMs in the near future.
We now invite Chairman, Suzuki Motor Corporation, Japan, Mr. Osamu Suzuki, a global business leader, to share his thoughts.
一言ご挨拶をさせていただきます。本日はインド共和国モディ首相閣下、日本国安倍総理大臣閣下をはじめ、多数の皆様のご臨席を賜りまして、誠に光栄に存じております。私どもは35年前に渡り、インドの皆様と共にメイクインインディアに取り組んでまいりました。モディ首相閣下のご出身地であるここグジャラード州に新工場を建設いたしました。本日、両閣下のご臨席を賜り、正式にお披露目をさせていただきまして、厚くお礼を申し上げます。ありがとうございました。新工場では、第一工場はすでに建設を完了しております。第二工場とエンジン工場は建設に着手しておりますが、私ども第三工場の建設も正式に決定いたしましたことを、この場をお借りしてご報告をさせていただきます。第三工場まで含めたグジャラード新工場の生産台数は75万台となります。総投資額は2300億円に上り、また雇用数は1万人を見込まれており、地域の発展と雇用の創出に一層の貢献ができればと考えております。また、私どもこの地域の発展のために、事務の職業訓学校をはじめとして、指定の教育のために学校および病院の建設を決定いたしましたことを併せて報告をさせていただきます。さらに、東芝さん、デンソーさんとともに、インドの初のハイブリッド車のリチウムイオン電池工場をグジャラード新工場に隣接する工場団地内に建設することを正式に決定をいたしました。この電池を搭載したインド製ハイブリッド車を世界に輸出することも考えております。最後になりますが、これからもメイクインインディアに邁進する所存でございますことを申し添えさせていただきまして、私からの挨拶とさせていただき、本日はどうもありがとうございました。
Thank you, Mr. Suzuki, for your strong support to the Make in India initiative. Today is also an occasion to inaugurate the Suzuki manufacturing facilities for cars and engines in Hasilpur, Gujarat, and lay the foundation for India's first ever lithium-ion battery plant being set up jointly by Suzuki Toshiba and Denso for making electric and hybrid cars in India for the world. We request Prime Ministers of both the countries to kindly press the buttons for remote inauguration and foundation laying.
Today, Suzuki Motor Corporation continues its journey of excellence with its state-of-the-art manufacturing plant in Gujarat. Gujarat was an ideal choice for Suzuki's next expansion. Robust infrastructure, proximity to Mundra port, a decisive and proactive government, and the support of the then Chief Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, were perfect for smooth setup and operations of a world-class manufacturing plant. This first assembly line, with a 250,000 car capacity, has been set up at an investment of nearly $530 million. With a vision to deliver global quality cars at high productivity levels, this contemporary facility incorporates the best of manufacturing systems and processes from Suzuki plants globally. And there it is, the Baleno, the first car to be manufactured here. Made in India for the world. One more vehicle manufacturing plant and engine and transmission manufacturing plant are planned here in future, taking the total committed investment so far to nearly $1.5 billion. A third plant will also come up in future, taking the combined capacity to 750,000 cars annually. Eventually, the Hansalpur plant will create over 10,000 jobs. Indeed, with this futuristic Gujarat plant, Suzuki reaffirms its commitment to the Make in India mission as a progressive partner in the nation's growth.
This is the site where a new era in India's automotive growth is ready to take seed. With India's first lithium-ion battery plant for cars, right next to Suzuki Gujarat plant. A collaboration between Toshiba, Denso and Suzuki. Once operational from 2020, the $180 million plant will generate immense employment opportunities. The plant will introduce Toshiba and Denso's advanced technologies to India, thereby giving a major boost to Indian government's Make in India initiative and paving the way for a cleaner and greener India. A vision made possible by the foresight and commitment of three of the biggest names in the global automotive industry, coming together for a new chapter in India's growth story.
Thank you, Excellencies. We now invite Chief Secretary, Government of Gujarat, Dr. J.N. Singh, to briefly talk about the Japanese Industrial Township in Sanand, Gujarat.
Our guest, Honorable Prime Minister Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe, Honorable Prime Minister India, Shri Narendra Modi ji, Honorable Chief Minister Gujarat, Shri Vijay Rupani ji, dignitaries on the dais, friends and partners in the development of Gujarat. During Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji's visit to Japan in September 2014, the two visionary leaders agreed to set a common goal to double Japan's direct investment in India. As a step forward in that direction, Government of Gujarat has identified Indo-Japanese Economic Corridor as a focus sector for industrial development owing to its tremendous growth potential to generate investment opportunities and to foster innovation and growth in Gujarat. During Modi ji's stewardship, Gujarat achieved all-round development and multi-pronged progress. He also taught us a quest for excellence and to strive for constant improvement. With that aim, Gujarat and Japan have inked Memorandum of Cooperation to further enhance ties and established common ground for cooperation in areas of industrial development. To achieve these objectives, Japan Industrial Township Sanand 3 at Khoraj, Ahmedabad has been planned to facilitate industrial development opportunities for Japanese companies in Gujarat. The proposed township, spanning across 1,750 acres, shall have a land mix of industrial, residential, commercial, and recreational areas. The township is said to have 1,200 acres of land for industrial development and around 550 acres for residential and recreational facilities. It would offer the whole ecosystem of core manufacturing, allied industries, and supporting facilities, including testing labs, warehousing, logistics support, etc. It will have best-in-class infrastructure, single window clearance mechanism, and also house training institutes and incubation centers. With the blessing of both visionary prime ministers, we expect this Japanese industrial township in Gujarat to be a major milestone in the industrial development of Gujarat and in Indo-Japanese friendship. Thank you. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Singh. We now bring to you a video on Japanese industrial township at Sanand, Gujarat.
Japan and India have the strongest relationship of all Asian nations. Japan-India relations have traditionally been strong since the ancient times, owing to common cultural link of Buddhism. India is moving at unprecedented pace. This is the world's largest democracy, with the world's second largest workforce and the world's third largest economy. With the ambitious Make in India initiative, India is not only aiming to attain manufacturing prowess, but also become the global hub for design and innovation. During the Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Japan in September 2014, two leaders agreed to set a common goal of doubling Japan's direct investment and the number of Japanese companies in India by 2019. The state of Gujarat has set up an example worth emulation when it comes to robust, world-class infrastructure. It is amongst the most conducive places to do business in the country, owing to various factors such as transparent, efficient, and policy-driven governance. This makes Gujarat an impregnable investment destination for Japanese companies. Japan became the third largest FDI investor in India, with the presence of more than 1,400 companies and direct investment of $25.7 billion till 2017. Gujarat is home to more than 80 Japanese companies operating across the state, making it a great success for the economy of both the countries. Japanese Industrial Estate at Mandal is Gujarat's first country-specific industrial estate, spanning over 160 hectares near Vithalapur. To further enhance strategic ties, Japanese Industrial Township is strategically located at Sanand 3, adjacent to Sanand, the automotive hub of Gujarat, and about 20 kilometers from Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad International Airport, about 40 kilometers, will provide easy international connectivity and proximity of ports, and also provide hinterland connectivity to north and central part of India. This world-class infrastructure is planned to span across 1,750 acres of land, out of which around 1,200 acres is planned for multi-product industrial development with key focus sectors: defense and aerospace, automobile and ancillary, engineering, electronics, and pharmaceutical. The township is also planned to offer industrial plots with necessary infrastructure for Japanese industries and its joint ventures for setting up plug-and-play projects. About 550 acres is planned to have residential, commercial, and recreational facilities, not limited to infrastructure for industrial development. Japan Industrial Township is planned to be equipped with facilities such as education, medical, convention center, communication center, recreational club and meditation center, police station, fire station, banking and financial institutes, information center, green, open spaces and water bodies. India offers Japan Industrial Township with a vision for the future. A future that is smart, a future that is connected, and a future in which Gujarat is a global manufacturing destination.
His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe, with his vision of broader Asia, sees the dynamic coupling of the Pacific and the Indian Oceans as seas of freedom, prosperity, and clearest transparency, bringing India and Japan closer. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we are honored to invite His Excellency, the Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe, for his address.
Namaskar. 皆さん、こんにちは。安倍晋三です。私は常々こう述べています。日印関係は世界で最も可能性を秘めた二国間関係である。強いインドは日本のためになる。強い日本はインドのためになる。そしてこう述べるとき、何よりも大事なのは経済力。経済力は国力の源泉です。私とモディ首相は確信しています。日本の高い技術とインドの豊富な優秀な人材が協力すれば、日印を起点に世界を相手にしたものづくりができる。本日多くの先人がまいた種が大きく花開き、そして果実となって実を結んでいることに大変勇気づけられます。我が国は官民を挙げてモディ首相の進めるメイクインインディアを後押しします。例えばモディ首相がグジャラート州首相時代に鈴木治会長と決断し、約3年の月日を経て開所に至った数値新工場は、現状25万台の年間生産台数を将来75万台へと3倍に増強する予定です。グジャラートで生産された自動車の販売は、インド国内から世界へと広がっていきます。
Hello everyone, my name is Shinzo Abe. Let me start by sharing with you how I always characterize the relationship between Japan and India. Quote, Japan-India relationship is blessed with the largest potential for development of any bilateral relationship anywhere in the world. End quote. Strong India is good for Japan. Strong Japan is good for India. And in this context, the most important element is the economic power. Economic power is the source of a national power of a nation. Prime Minister Modi and I share the conviction that the combination of Japan's state-of-the-art technology and India's vast talent pool will turn Japan and India into globally competitive bases for manufacturing. And many of our predecessors already sown seeds of success for us. And today, I am very encouraged to see that those seeds are now growing into blossoming flowers and bearing fruits. Japan stands ready to actively support Prime Minister Modi's Make in India, with the government and private sector working in one. For instance, when Prime Minister was Chief Minister of Gujarat, he and Chairman Osamu Suzuki of Suzuki Motor Corporation decided to open up a new factory, which took 3 years to come into reality. The factory is now producing cars with capacity of 250,000 units a year, but that will be tripled to 750,000 50,000 units a year in the future. So sales of cars produced in Gujarat will further expand not only in India, but also to the world. Prime Minister Modi's decisive leadership is now transforming India into an environmental power. The age of future generation cars has arrived here in India and other parts of the world. India now needs to plan ahead and act ahead to succeed, looking ahead to an extremely competitive automotive market in the future. Against such backdrop, the key will be production of batteries. Suzuki, Denso, Toshiba collaborated with each other and plan to construct a factory producing automobile battery packs here in Gujarat, the first of such in India.
モディ首相の英断により、インドは環境大国へと変貌を遂げようとしています。次世代自動車の時代の到来は、インドそして世界で現実となりました。そして、インドが世界の熾烈な競争に打ち勝つための未来への布石を打たなければなりません。その鍵を握るのが電池生産。スズキ、デンソー、そして東芝が力を合わせてインド初の自動車用電池工場の建設をここグジャラートで予定しています。
Prime Minister Modi's decisive leadership is now transforming India into an environmental power. The age of future generation cars has arrived here in India and other parts of the world. India now needs to plan ahead and act ahead to succeed, looking ahead to an extremely competitive market of such cars in the future. And against such backdrop, the key will be the production of batteries. Suzuki, Denso, and Toshiba collaborated with each other and plan to construct a factory producing automotive battery packs here in Gujarat, the first of such in India.
高い技術を有する大企業、中小企業が熱い眼差しを向けています。本日、日系企業15社が参加し、グジャラートへの投資に関心を表明しました。そして投資環境はさらに良くなります。今般の日印投資促進ロードマップにより、新たにここ、アーメダバードにジェトロンのビジネスサポートセンターを設置すること等を通じ、中小企業の進出を後押しします。
There are a number of Japanese large enterprises and medium and small enterprises that have high technologies and share enthusiasm for Gujarat and India. Today, a total of 15 Japanese corporations participated in this event and expressed their interest in investment in Gujarat. And more importantly, the investment environment will further be improved. Under the Japan-India Roadmap for Investment Promotion, there will be a JETRO's Business Support Center in its Ahmedabad.
सुना है आप श्री कर्नाड जी की
Through such initiative, we will support advancement of Japanese medium and small enterprises into Gujarat.
本日、ビジネスリーダーズフォーラムから大変貴重な提言をいただきました。かかる提言を踏まえ、日印双方が一層の知恵を絞れば、今後さらに多くの企業が集まり、日印ものづくり新時代は必ず進化します。
Prime Minister Modi and I just received a set of very useful and productive recommendations from the India-Japan Business Leaders Forum. If both sides exercise wisdom based on the recommendation from our business leaders, I'm quite certain that we will be able to gather more and more companies in the future and see further advancement of the new era of manufacturing through Japan-India partnership.
私はモディ首相のスキルインディアにも貢献したいと思います。日本企業は即戦力となる現場のリーダー人材を熱望しています。この夏、スズキ、トヨタ、ダイキン、ヤマハによる日本式ものづくり学校4校が開校し、今後、日立建機、トヨタ通商による開校も予定されていることを嬉しく思います。さらに、日本語教育、インド政府と協力し、今後、 5年間で100の大学で1000人の日本語教師を育成します。
Another area where I stand ready to cooperate with Prime Minister Modi is Skill India. Japanese companies are enthusiastically waiting for Indian leadership talent who will immediately become their assets in the business scenes. This summer, 4 Japan-India Institutes for Manufacturing were opened by Suzuki, Toyota, Daikin, and Yamaha. And I am very excited to note that there will be 2 additional Japan-India Institute of Manufacturing opened by Tata Hitachi Construction Machinery as well as Toyota Tsusho. Another key is Japanese language education in India. We will work closely with the government of India and establish Japanese language certificate courses at 100 educational institutions in India and train a total of 1,000 Japanese language teachers in the coming 5 years.
私はインドの若者に呼びかけたい。ぜひ日本式ものづくり学校に来てください。日本語を勉強してください。そして将来インドの発展を担う日系進出企業の一員になっていただきたい。
So here is the message from me to India's young generation. Come and experience the Japan-India Institute for Manufacturing. Come and study Japanese. And join those Japanese corporations in India which will drive India's future development.
インド太平洋という2つの海、これを取り巻くアジアからアフリカに至る一帯が有機的に結びつくことが今後の世界経済発展の鍵となります。これを実現するため、アジア、アフリカ各地でインドとともに協力プロジェクトを進めます。
The key for further development of the global economy is ensuring connectivity between the 2 seas, namely the Indian Ocean and the Pacific, and throughout the broader region from Asia to Africa. To achieve this goal, Japan will implement various projects with India in many parts of Asia as well as in Africa.
最後は人と人とのつながりです。私は日本の人々とインドの人々のつながりをもっと抜本的に増やしたい。インドから日本への旅行者は5年で倍増し、昨年には12万人となりました。しかし、もっともっと日本に来ていただきたいと考えています。
Last but not least, let me touch on how I see people-to-people ties between Japan and India. My sincere desire is to dramatically strengthen the ties between Japanese and Indian people. In the last 5 years, the number of visitors from India to Japan has been doubled. And last year, the total was 120,000. But that is not enough. I do hope that more and more people will come and see us in Japan from India.
日本にはインドに起源を持つ自社仏閣から数学、IT を活用した最新テクノロジーがあり、多くのインドファンもいます。また、自然も四季折々に見せる姿を変化させます。また、おいしいインド料理屋もたくさんあります。インドの皆さんのお越しを国を挙げて歓迎いたします。
In Japan, we have a tradition of Buddhist temples and shrines, which has its origin in India. We also have state-of-the-art technologies utilizing mathematics and IT. There are also so many Japanese fans of India. And most importantly, there are a large number of very delicious Indian restaurants in Japan. So the entire nation looks forward to welcoming those of you visiting Japan from India.
私もこれまでに何度もインドを訪れ、その度に成長と伝統のダイナミズムに魅了されてきました。2年前にモディ首相 とともに訪問したバラナ市に今回、日印友好の証として国際会議場の建設を支援することを決定しました。国際会議場を通じて日本とインドの人々の交流がさらに深まり、インドの魅力が世界に発信されることを期待しています。
I have visited India many times already, and every time I come here, I always get mesmerized by the dynamic interaction of growth and tradition of India. 2 years ago, Prime Minister Modi and I visited Varanasi together, and as a symbol of friendship between Japan and India, we decided to offer support for construction of a convention center in Varanasi. And I do hope that this convention center will serve as a venue for both Japanese and Indian people to promote further exchanges and show the world what India can offer to us.
60年前に日本の総理大臣として帰国を初めて訪問したのは私の祖父の岸信介であります。
60 years ago, after the war, the very first Japanese prime minister who visited India was actually my grandfather, Nobusuke Kishi.
その際、ネル首相と祖父は首脳会談を行い、そして首相官邸の前に集まった数万人の人々に対して祖父を紹介してくれました。
On that occasion, my grandfather had a meeting, summit meeting with then Prime Minister Nehru. And after the summit meeting, in front of the official office of the Prime Minister of India, Prime Minister Nehru kindly introduced my grandfather to the general public of India who gathered in front of the building.
当時日本はまだそれほど豊かではなかった。そしてその敗戦国の首相を当時ネル首相は私が最も尊敬する国日本の首相だと紹介をしてくれました。
As you can imagine, back then Japan was still recovering from the defeat of the war, and also my grandfather was representing a nation which was defeated in the Second World War. Having said that, Prime Minister of India kindly introduced my grandfather as a prime minister representing a nation which he himself respects the most as a nation.
その時、祖父は感激し、自分は将来、生涯インドの友人でありたいと心に誓ったそうであります。
So this single experience was powerful enough to move the hearts of my grandfather, then Prime Minister Kishi. And since then, he made this as his lifetime endeavor. Namely, he would like to remain as a friend of India forever.
昨日、私がグジャラートにやってきたとき、約5万人の方々が街頭に出て、私たちを歓迎していただきました。私も本当に妻も歓迎しました。そして私たちも生涯グジャラートの、そしてインドの友人であろうと心に誓いました。
Yesterday, my wife and I arrived here at Gujarat, and upon our arrival, as many as 50,000 people of Gujarat kindly extended the warm welcome to me and to my wife and to my delegation. It was such a moving experience. And then I also have this in my mind. Namely, just like my grandfather, I would like to keep myself as a friend of India forever.
私とモディ首相は今回10回目の首脳会談を行いました。これからも回数を重ねてまいります。そして友情をさらに深めていきたいと思います。
Today, Prime Minister Modi and I had the 10th summit meeting between us, and I'm sure more to come in the future. But I very much look forward to further forging this deep friendship between myself and Prime Minister Modi as we move forward.
深い友情で結ばれ、共に繁栄の未来を進もうとする日本とインド、ここに集われた皆様は、両国関係の歴史に新たな1ページを綴る方々です。今日この日が日本、インド、そして皆様を一層結びつける機会となることを心より願います。
Japan and India share a long-standing friendship and aspiration to achieve prosperous future. Those of you who are here today will turn a new chapter in the history of our friendship. And I sincerely hope that today's event will serve as an opportunity to forge a stronger bond between Japan and India and among you all.
Dhanyawad. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency, for that very enlightening address, which this gathering will remember for many years to come. The Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi's governance model, a development plus model to develop new India, is based on bold initiatives for all-inclusive development. Excellencies, we now request Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to address us.
His Excellency, Mr. Shinzo Abe, Prime Minister of Japan, Honorable Ministers and senior delegates from Japan, Chief Minister of Gujarat, Sri Vijay Rupani ji, Deputy Chief Minister of Gujarat, Sri Nitin Patel ji, business leaders from both countries, ladies and gentlemen. It is a real pleasure to be with the business community of Japan and India. That too in the presence of a great friend, a friend of India, friend of Gujarat, and my personal friend, Mr. Shinzo Abe. Please give him hand for this great friend and a great leader. Thank you. My personal engagement with the leadership, government, industry, and people of Japan is now a decade old. When I first visited Japan as Chief Minister of Gujarat, I had said that I want to see a mini Japan in Gujarat. Today, that dream has come true. I'm happy to see so many friends from Japan happily living and doing business in Gujarat. It also gives me great pleasure to see so many familiar faces. I'm also happy to see that dedicated township clusters and institutions have come up to make the Japanese life and work experience better. Today also, one Japanese township has been announced. Gujarat's industry and government still cherish the fact that Japan became the first partner country in the vibrant Gujarat event. Not only did this partnership continue, but our engagement has kept growing. It has resulted in much greater level of engagement of the Japanese industry with the Indian economy. I thank Kedanaran, JETRO, and other organizations for helping us in this process. The mechanism of Japan Plus has also helped in the process of hand-holding. Friends, the government and the people of Japan have always shown great affection towards me and my country. In fact, 1.25 billion people of India have the same affection for the Japanese people. I'm particularly grateful to Prime Minister Abe-chan for the encouragement and support at a personal level. Prime Minister Abe-chan and I do not miss any opportunity to meet. This closeness and understanding has helped us bridge a number of gaps in our bilateral relations. Last year has seen the highest ever disbursement of official development assistance from Japan in financial year. Similarly, the numbers of Japanese companies working in India had gone up steadily in the last few years. From the activities launched today, you can see the depth of relationship between the two countries. First, it is the Mumbai-Ahmedabad high-speed rail project. We are grateful for the support of the Japanese government for this project. I hope that the construction of the 500-kilometer long bullet train will begin soon and it will become operational by 2022 to 2023. Along with the high-speed rail project, a training institute is also taking shape. It will prepare the makers of a new India, the highly skilled manpower required to build, operate, and maintain the high-speed railway. Second is the development of Japanese industrial township. Countrywide, 4 locations have been finalized. Apart from Gujarat, they are located in Rajasthan, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Third is our cooperation in automobiles. The Suzuki plant at Mandal is exporting cars worldwide, and foundation has been laid for production of lithium-ion batteries to power the next generation hybrid and electric vehicles. Fourth is for human resource development through the Japan-India Institutes of Manufacturing. They are being developed by Japanese companies. In addition to Gujarat, they will be developed in Karnataka, Rajasthan, and Tamil Nadu. You know that the ancient and holy city of Varanasi, and Varanasi is my second home. The project of Varanasi Convention Center is a symbol of cultural cooperation between Kyoto, city of Japan, and Varanasi. It was conceived by Prime Minister Abe and I when we visited Varanasi together in 2015. I have named this project as a Rudraksh, the symbol of love and prasad of Lord Shiva to humanity. This Rudraksh will be a garland of love of Japan for Varanasi. It will also be a tribute to our shared Buddhist heritage present at Sarnath too. For Japan's financial assistance to this project, I extend my warmest personal thanks to Prime Minister Abe-san. You have also seen some other announcements for investment by Japanese companies. On political and strategic side too, this visit of Prime Minister Abe has been very productive. We have concluded a number of agreements of very important matters. All this shows the depth of our understanding and the comfort and confidence which we have with each other. Friends, over the last 3 years, we have worked very hard on the front of ease of doing business. A series of administrative reforms have significantly improved the business sentiment in the country. These reforms and initiatives are all aimed at preparing India for the 21st century New India. They are aimed at transforming the country and making a new India. Powered by the energy of our youth, we are positioning India as a global manufacturing hub. For this purpose, we have launched the Make in India campaign. We are also developing India into a knowledge-based, skill-supported and technology-driven society. A grand beginning has already been made through our drives like Digital India and Skill India. For the same purpose, we have started the Startup India campaign. India is ranked third. My young friends, you will be happy. India is ranked third in the global startup ecosystem and has seen a momentous rise in the past couple of years. The Startup India initiatives also aims to build a strong ecosystem of innovation. On infrastructure side also, my government had launched ambitious initiatives. These projects create and present lifetime opportunities to investors. This includes 100 smart cities mission, housing for 50 million homeless, building roads, bridges, ports, railway tracks, as well as railway stations. Friends, Japan can benefit tremendously with the size and scale of our potential and skilled hands that India offers. In fact, all of India's development agenda is relevant for Japanese companies. To allow entry of capital and technology, we have worked hard on opening our economy. Every day, we are making it easier to invest and do business in India. We have already resolved a number of regulatory and policy issues facing the business and companies. We have got very good results of these efforts. I can list out some of the recent global recognitions. India has moved up in the index of ease of doing business of World Bank. We have moved up 32 places in last 2 years in the global competitiveness index of the World Economic Forum. This is higher than any other country. We have also moved up 21 places on the Global Innovation Index of WIPO, the World Intellectual Property Organization, in 2 years. We moved 19 places on the Logistic Performance Index of 2016 of World Bank, and we are third among the top 10 FDI destinations listed by UNCTAD, the UN Conference of Trade and Development. India's biggest tax reform, the GST, has been introduced recently. With this, we are also moving towards a modern tax regime which is transparent, stable, and predictable. Today, India has one of the most liberal foreign direct investment regime in the world. More than 90% of the FDI approvals have been put on automatic route. We have abolished the Foreign Investment Promotion Board. This liberalization has seen India's FDI reach $60 billion in the last financial years. FDI flows from Japan have almost tripled in last 3 years. The new insolvency and bankruptcy code will make it easier for investors to have an exit. We are setting up commercial courts and commercial divisions to ensure speedy proposal of commercial matters. Arbitration proceedings will now become faster as the arbitration law has been amended. We have also announced a new intellectual property rights policy. These are just a few examples of the direction in which we are moving. We will do more and more, better and better, faster and faster. Friends, India and Japan are ancient civilizations and vibrant democracies. We know how to distribute the fruits of progress and prosperity to the common man. India needs affordable solutions and processes which can ease the delivery of government services to its citizens. Japan needs opportunities where it can deploy its hard-earned knowledge and technology. I have been saying that 21st century is Asia's century. I've also been saying that India and Japan will play a major role in Asia's emergence. The growing convergence between India and Japan on strategic and economic issues has the capacity to stimulate the global economy. I am confident that strong India and strong Japan will also be a stabilizing factor in Asia and the world. In this mutual and global pursuit, I thank Prime Minister Abe-san and Japan for being a perfect partner. With the strength of our friendship and mutual trust, I invite more and more Japanese people and companies to come live and work in India. I wish you success in your efforts. I assure you my support wherever it is required. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Prime Minister, sir, for your inspiring address. Towards the conclusion of this Indo-Japan Business Plenary, we would like to express our heartfelt thanks and gratitude to Prime Ministers of both the countries who have honored us today with their participation in this unprecedented business engagement. And with that, we conclude this Indo-Japan Business Plenary. We also take this opportunity to thank all our dignitaries on the dais and in the auditorium, Excellencies, senior government officials from Japan and India, Business Leader Forum, Japan and India CII, Kaidanren, JETRO, industry captains and business icons from Japan and India for being present with us here today. A special word of thanks for the electronic and print media. This is your compeer, Hina Saxena, with her namaskar.